Have you ever wondered why Europe seems to move at a different pace? While the world worships speed, chasing after the next big thing, Europe often takes a step back. It's a place where decisions can feel slow, regulations seem heavy, and progress appears deliberate. Is this a weakness? A sign of being left behind? Or is it something else entirely? A hidden strength? Today, we're diving deep into a concept that I call Europe's fear of speed. It's not about being afraid to innovate or grow. It's about understanding a fundamental truth. Speed amplifies mistakes. One wrong move at 100 miles an hour can cause a catastrophic crash, but a wrong move at 10 miles an hour, you can correct it, learn from it, and keep going. This is the philosophy that underpins so much of European policy, from finance and technology to how societies are structured. Let's start with a simple comparison. In many fast-growing economies, the mantra is often move fast and break things. Disrupt, scale, and worry about the consequences later. It's a model that has produced incredible innovation, but it has also led to market crashes, social disruption, and systems that benefit the few at the expense of the many. Europe, by and large, has chosen a different path. Here, the idea is to regulate before you scale, to build the guardrails before the highway is even paved. Take the digital world, for instance. GDPR, the General Data Protection Regulation. To some, it was a bureaucratic nightmare that slowed down tech companies. But from a European perspective, it was a necessary pause. Before we let artificial intelligence and data collection run wild, we needed to ask some fundamental questions. Whose data is it? How should it be protected? What rights do individuals have? By setting these rules first, Europe aimed to build a digital economy based on trust, not just speed. The goal wasn't to stop innovation, but to guide it in a direction that respects human values. It's about building a house on a solid foundation, not on sand. This mindset extends far beyond technology. Look at European financial systems. After the 2008 crisis, while some parts of the world quickly returned to business as usual, European regulators took a much more cautious approach. They implemented stricter capital requirements for banks and increased oversight. Why? Because they understood that a financial system is the bedrock of an entire economy. A collapse there doesn't just hurt investors, it devastates ordinary people, destroys jobs, and can unravel the social fabric. The slow process of building stronger regulations wasn't about stifling growth. It was about preventing a future collapse. It's a long-term strategy for resilience. Living here in Denmark, I see this philosophy play out every single day. The Danish model is a perfect example of how slow decision-making is designed to protect the collective. When new policies are considered, there's a process called hiring, where unions, business associations, and civil society groups are all invited to give their input. It takes time. It can be frustratingly slow, but the result is a broad consensus. By the time a law is passed, it has been stress-tested from every angle. This reduces the risk of unintended consequences and ensures that the system works for everyone, not just a select group. It builds a high-trust society where people believe the system is fundamentally fair. This brings us to the hidden risks of rapid, unchecked growth. When a company or an economy grows too quickly, it often cuts corners. Worker protections might be ignored. Environmental standards might be sacrificed. Infrastructure might not keep up. These are the hidden debts of speed. You get the shiny new product or the impressive GDP numbers today, but you pay for it with social instability, environmental damage, and systemic fragility tomorrow. Europe's approach is about acknowledging those debts upfront. It's about asking, what is the true cost of this progress? For example, when building new infrastructure, the planning process can take years. Environmental impact studies, community consultations, long-term sustainability analyses. It's not just about getting from point A to point B as fast as possible. It's about ensuring that the project benefits the community for generations to come, without causing irreparable harm. Stability, in the long run, often beats short-term speed. A steady 2% growth year after year in a stable society is arguably better than a roller coaster of 10% growth followed by a 5% crash. So, what does this mean for innovation? Does this cautious approach kill creativity? Not at all. It just channels it differently. Instead of disruptive innovation that seeks to tear down existing structures, Europe often fosters sustainable innovation. Think about the green transition. European countries are world leaders in renewable energy, not because they threw caution to the wind, but because they made a deliberate, long-term, and regulated push towards sustainability. This created a stable market for green technologies, attracting investment and fostering innovation within a clear framework. The goal isn't just to innovate, but to innovate with purpose. This deliberate pace is woven into the fabric of everyday life. Think about European cities. It might be slower to get around, but it creates more livable, healthier, and more socially connected communities. Think about the food culture. The slow food movement, born in Italy, was a direct response to the rise of fast food. It celebrates local traditions, quality ingredients, and the pleasure of a shared meal. It's a belief that some things shouldn't be rushed. Ultimately, Europe's fear of speed is not a fear of progress. It is a deep-seated belief in resilience. It's the wisdom of an old continent that has seen empires rise and fall, and has learned that the structures that last are the ones built with care, deliberation, and a focus on the long term. It has a strategy built on the understanding that true strength lies not in how fast you can grow, but in how well you can withstand a storm. By moving slowly, you see the cracks before they become chasms. You build systems that can bend without breaking. In a world obsessed with instant gratification and quarterly reports, this philosophy might seem counterintuitive, but perhaps it's more necessary now than ever. As we face complex challenges like climate change, economic inequality, and the ethical dilemmas of new technologies, maybe the answer isn't to move faster. Maybe the answer is to slow down, to think more deeply, and to build a future that is not just fast, but is also fair, stable, and sustainable. So the next time you hear about a slow European process or a complex regulation, I hope you'll see it in a new light. It might not be a bug in the system. It might just be the most important feature. It's a commitment to getting it right, not just getting it done. Thanks so much for watching. If this video gave you a new perspective on how Europe works, let me know in the comments. And if you're curious to learn more about the ideas and systems that shape our world, make sure to subscribe for more videos. See you in the next one.